Joe Rogan just exposed Charlie Kirk's widow, and what he revealed about her will change everything. He called her out as a horrible human being, and trust me, after hearing what she did behind the scenes, you might just agree the internet is on fire after Joe Rogan dropped one of the most shocking revelations of the year. And this time, it's not about politics, comedy, or conspiracy. It's about Charlie Kirk's widow, Erica Kirk, and the truth that's been hiding in plain sight. In a recent podcast episode that instantly went viral, Rogan didn't mince words. He called Erica a horrible human, hinting that there's a dark side too. Her that the public never saw a quick questionable ingredients. If you're using like a scanner, APA, if you're a quick scanner app and it's like, you're gonna die. Look at this. I see, look at this. And we all meet. We could be Kareed. With me, I see we side that may have played a much bigger role in the chaos surrounding Charlie's family after his death. Fans are stunned, and even Charlie's closest friends are now speaking up. So, what exactly did Joe Rogan find out? According to Rogan, the story started when people close to Charlie began reaching out privately, frustrated, angry, and heartbroken about how Erica was handling things. Rogan explained that after Charlie's passing, several friends and even members of his family were allegedly cut off from memorial events, public tributes, and media statements. Erica reportedly insisted that she was the only person authorized to speak for Charlie. Rogan said it's one thing to grieve. It's another to use grief to control everyone around you. That's not love, that's manipulation. That one line sent shockwaves across social media. Within hours, hashtag Erica Kirk was trending, and fans began revisiting every old photo, interview, and podcast appearance to see what they might have missed. Many are now noticing what they call red flags, moments where Erica seemed to control Charlie's words, his tone, even his reactions during interviews. In one resurfaced clip, Charlie starts to answer a personal question about his parents, but Erica interrupts and speaks for him. At the time, fans brushed it off as protectiveness. But now, after Rogan's claims, people are seeing it differently. One viewer wrote, "She didn't protect him, she silenced him. Big difference." But Rogan's comments didn't stop there. He went on to hint that Erica had been shaping Charlie's image long before his death. He said several people told him Erica would filter everything that came to Charlie, from social media messages to business deals, and that she wanted to control how he was perceived. She didn't want to be his partner, Rogan said. She wanted to be his brand manager, his gatekeeper. Those words hit hard. Because, if true, it means Charlie wasn't just dealing with public pressure. He might have been fighting a private battle behind closed doors. Sources close to the family say that Charlie's parents, who were already mourning their son, were left devastated by the way Erica took over everything after his death. Reports claim she excluded them from decision-making, refused to share details about memorial services, and even blocked them from accessing parts of Charlie's estate. One insider allegedly told Rogan's team, it was like she wanted to erase everyone who loved him before her. And that's when Rogan decided he couldn't stay silent. During the episode, he admitted that he wrestled with whether or not to speak publicly. But after hearing multiple accounts that lined up, he felt it was time to expose what he called one of the coldest manipulations he'd ever heard of. She's pretending to be the grieving widow, Rogan said. But people behind the scenes are saying she's using this tragedy for her own fame. Fans were floored. Some took to Reddit and X, formerly Twitter, to share their own suspicions, saying that Erica's social media activity in the months after Charlie's death didn't reflect grief, reflected branding. She posted glam photos, brand collabs, and emotional captions, all timed perfectly. One user wrote, "It felt more like marketing than mourning." Others defended Erica, arguing that Rogan was being unfairly harsh and that no one knows how grief manifests. But even those defenders admitted the story raised eyebrows, especially after Rogan mentioned that he'd seen proof. He didn't share specific evidence yet. But he made it clear that he's not speaking on rumors. "Let's just say I've seen enough to know that what people are saying isn't exaggerated," he said. "It's worse." At that moment, fans realized this wasn't gossip. It was something deeper. The fallout has been immediate. People are calling for Erica to respond publicly, but so far, she's been silent. Her team reportedly declined requests for comment, only saying that grief is a private matter. But that silence has only fueled more speculation. Meanwhile, Charlie's parents, who have largely stayed out of the spotlight, are said to be heartbroken, but relieved that someone finally spoke up. A family friend told sources that Rogan's comments felt like justice, even if it came from an unexpected voice. They didn't want to start drama, the friend said, but the truth has been buried for too long. Now everyone's finally seeing who she really is. It looks like Joe Rogan isn't done. At the end of the podcast, he promised more details in upcoming episodes, saying, "People deserve to know what really happened and who's been pulling the strings. The internet is now waiting for those details, and if Rogan's hints are true, the next revelation could completely destroy Erica's image for good. But before that happens, one thing's already clear. This isn't just about one widow or one family. It's about how power, image, and grief collide in the most public way possible. And Joe Rogan just made sure the whole world is watching." The internet hasn't stopped talking since. Joe Rogan dropped that explosive bomb about Charlie Kirk's widow, Erica Kirk. What started as a few shocking comments on his podcast has now spiraled into a full-blown media storm. And the deeper this goes, the uglier it gets. After calling her a horrible human being, Rogan promised he had more to share. And in his latest episode, he made good on that promise. He revealed that people close to Charlie have provided him with recordings, messages, and insider testimony that allegedly exposed just how far Erica went to control every part of Charlie's life and even his legacy after his death. Let's just say, the details are disturbing. Rogan began by saying, "I didn't want to believe it at first. But when multiple people who don't even know each other, start telling the same story, you can't ignore it anymore." He then played a short audio clip that stunned listeners. In it, a woman believed to be Erica can be heard arguing with someone over how Charlie's memorial should be handled. She allegedly says, "I don't need his parents' approval. This is my brand now. Yes, my brand." That line sent shockwaves across social media. Fans couldn't believe she would use that word in the middle of a conversation about her late husband's death. Within minutes, the hashtag my brand began trending, with thousands of users calling her out for allegedly treating her husband's passing like a PR opportunity. But Rogan didn't stop there. He went on to claim that Erica had been secretly negotiating brand deals and sponsorships related to faith and grief only weeks after Charlie's death. Documents shown during the podcast allegedly revealed she signed off on speaking engagements, book proposals, and even a healing conference, all using Charlie's name and image, Rogan said. "It's one thing to honor your husband's legacy. It's another to turn it into a business. And that's what this feels like, business." Fans flooded the comments in disbelief. Some said this completely changed how they viewed Erica, while others accused her of exploiting the tragedy for fame. One listener wrote, "Charlie's death became her marketing strategy. That's pure evil." And just when people thought the story couldn't get any darker, Rogan dropped another revelation. According to his sources, Charlie's parents had been begging to be involved in preserving their son's legacy. But Erica allegedly shut them out completely. She reportedly cut off contact, changed passwords to Charlie's accounts, and even hired lawyers to prevent them from accessing his personal records. A source close to the family told Rogan's team, "She wanted control, not closure. Every time his parents tried to reach out, she made them feel like strangers." The emotional pain this caused has been devastating. Friends of the Kirk family say Charlie's mother has been a shell of herself, struggling to understand how the woman who once sat at their dinner table could turn so cold. Rogan, clearly disturbed, said this isn't just messy family drama. This is calculated. This is someone using loss as leverage. Someone using loss as leverage. He then revealed that several insiders who once worked with Erica have now come forward with similar stories. One of them claimed that Erica often bragged about how smart she was to take control of everything early, allegedly saying, "If you don't move fast, people will take what's yours." Those words, Rogan said, revealed everything about her mindset. But the backlash online has been brutal. Dozens of major podcasts, gossip channels, and commentary accounts have now picked up the story. Everyone's dissecting Rogan's every word, and more information keeps surfacing daily. Screenshots, text messages, and old photos have been popping up everywhere, showing a woman who seemed more interested in appearances than grief. Fans are now comparing her to other controversial celebrity widows who use tragedy to boost their image. Some are even calling her the Hollywood version of a manipulator. In public, controlling in private. Still, Erica has remained completely silent. No interviews, no posts, no response to Rogan or the media. But insiders claim her silence isn't because she's innocent. It's because her legal team is scrambling to figure out how to respond. Rogan hinted that her team even reached out to him privately, asking for a retraction, but he refused. He said, "You can threaten me all you want. I'm not deleting the truth." That statement alone made the internet erupt. Fans praised him for standing up to the pressure, while others began wondering what kind of power Erica really holds if her team is already trying to silence one of the biggest voices in media. And the more you look at it, the more suspicious things get. Rogan pointed out that Erica's social media pages had suddenly gone private after the podcast aired. Certain old posts, ones where she tagged Charlie's parents, were mysteriously deleted. Even her professional accounts began removing comments that mentioned Rogan's allegations. It's clear she's in full damage control mode. But the internet doesn't forget. Meanwhile, Charlie's close friends have started speaking out for the first time. One of them told a podcast host Charlie loved his parents more than anything. He wouldn't have wanted them to be shut out. He was all about family. That was his heart. That quote hit fans deeply. Because now, people are realizing that this isn't just about legacy. It's about betrayal. Rogan ended the episode by warning that this story is far from over. He said there's more evidence coming, including communications between Erica and media producers that could reveal how she allegedly tried to rewrite the story of Charlie's final months, he said. When this next piece drops, the whole world's gonna see who she really is. The internet's anticipation is at an all-time high. Fans are demanding transparency. Charlie's parents are quietly gathering support. And Rogan's podcast views have skyrocketed into the millions. It's no longer just gossip. It's turning into a national conversation about manipulation, control, and the dark side of public grief. But here's the real question everyone's asking now. If Erica really did all this, she truly betrayed the family and built her brand on a tragedy, what else is she hiding? And according to Rogan, the next revelation might just answer that question. The drama surrounding Charlie Kirk's widow. Erica Kirk has reached a fever pitch, and now Joe Rogan is dropping the final bombshells that could completely change the public's perception of her. Part 3 of this explosive saga reveals leaked messages, insider testimonies, and Charlie's parents finally speaking out. And fans are glued to every word. It all started when Rogan promised more evidence, and he didn't disappoint. According to his sources, Erica had been sending private messages to media contacts and event organizers in the months following Charlie's death, allegedly instructing them on exactly how to spin every story, control interviews, and limit Charlie's family from participating in any public appearances. One leaked message, shared with Rogan's team, reportedly read, "Make sure his parents don't get involved. Everything goes through me first. This is my responsibility now." That line shocked fans, who immediately began calling Erica manipulative and cold-hearted. The idea that someone could strategically block grieving parents from honoring their son is hard for anyone to comprehend, and it's exactly why Rogan described her as an horrible human being. But it wasn't just the messages. Rogan revealed that Erica had been speaking privately with certain journalists, trying to control the narrative and ensure that only stories favorable to her perspective were published. Insiders allege that she pressured writers to focus on the positive and avoid mentioning any family conflicts, giving the impression that the Kirk family was fully supportive, even when they weren't. When Rogan exposed this on his podcast, social media erupted. Clips from the episode went viral, and fans flooded Erica's accounts with criticism. The hashtag expose Erica began trending worldwide, with people debating every angle of the story. Meanwhile, Charlie's parents, who had been silent until now, finally broke their silence. In a carefully worded statement shared through a family spokesperson, they said, "We are heartbroken by the recent revelations and the way certain actions have affected our family. Charlie's legacy was about love, honesty, and connection, and it pains us to see those values being misrepresented. We are grateful to Joe Rogan for bringing these issues to light and hope that the truth can finally be acknowledged by all involved." Fans responded with an outpouring of support, sending messages of love and solidarity to Charlie's parents. One fan wrote, "They deserve the truth, and now they finally have it. Erica can't hide behind lies anymore." Another said, "This is why transparency matters. Joe Rogan did the right thing." Rogan also hinted at even more evidence that could surface in the coming days. According to him, additional communications suggest that Erica may have attempted to financially benefit from Charlie's legacy in ways that were never agreed upon with the family. While he didn't release these documents publicly, he assured his listeners that they paint a picture of someone focused on personal gain rather than honoring her late husband. The reaction from the public has been intense. Fans, social media personalities, and gossip channels have all weighed in, dissecting every clip, every post, and every statement Erica has made since Charlie's passing. Many are questioning her motives, while others are expressing shock that someone could manipulate a grieving family in such a way. Meanwhile, Charlie's friends and colleagues have also spoken up, echoing Rogan's claims. Several insiders confirmed that Erica frequently sidelined family members, controlled Charlie's communications, and dictated the way his story was told in the media. "She was very calculated," one source said. "It wasn't about grief, it was about control. It was about control." This entire situation has sparked a broader conversation about trust, manipulation, and how tragedy can be exploited. Rogan's podcast has become the epicenter of this discussion, with millions tuning in to hear his analysis and the insider information he's gathered. And while Erica has remained mostly silent, some speculate that her silence is not innocence, it's strategy. Lawyers and PR teams reportedly are trying to manage the backlash, but Rogan's revelations have already shaped public perception in a way that's hard to reverse. The most heartbreaking aspect, according to insiders, is the impact on Charlie's parents. They've been forced to process grief while dealing with what they feel is a betrayal by someone they once welcomed into their family. Rogan emphasized this point repeatedly, stating that the emotional and psychological toll on the family is enormous. For fans, this story is more than just celebrity gossip. It's a cautionary tale about trust, loyalty, and the hidden complexities behind public personas. The saga of Erica Kirk, as exposed by Joe Rogan, shows that fame and grief can intersect in the most complicated and heartbreaking ways. As Part 3 concludes, the public is left with questions. Will Erica finally respond? Will Charlie's parents take further action? And how will this story impact Erica's public image moving forward? One thing is clear, Joe. Rogan's revelations have not only shaken the Kirk family, but also sparked a worldwide conversation about honesty, manipulation, and what it truly means to respect someone's legacy. Fans continue to watch, waiting for updates, and the story is far from over. But for now, the truth that Joe Rogan has exposed has left an indelible mark, revealing a side of Erica Kirk that no one expected, and shining a light on the manipulation, control, and heartbreak that have been hiding in plain sight all along. Now we want to hear from you. What do you think about Joe Rogan exposing Erica Kirk like this? Do you believe the claims, or is there more to the story than meets the eye? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Smash that like button if you're shocked by this revelation. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss part 2 of this explosive saga.